Next rip.
Moving on, bruh.
This one's the importance of the masculine frame. So
Yeah, this is the ultimate.
the masculine frame. It probably is. It's probably one of the best tricks. This is something that, like, if you're not red pill, and then you like learn about it and you incorporate it, it's like one of the greatest.
It's probably one of the most effective
Most effective.
moves ever.
It 100% do.
Yeah.
More effective than the pullback.
I wouldn't even call it a move. It's like a light. It's what we should be. It's what we all should be.
Yeah, we should have been, but then I tried feminizer.
Yeah, exactly.
So, do you want to explain what a masculine frame is? Frame?
Holding masculine frame.
Holding that, yeah.
So just say okay.
Or should I do it? Or
Yeah, you go.
holding
You go.
masculine frame. So it's pretty much
Simple terms. We want simple terms here.
it's just you're in the cool, calm, quiet demeanor.
Yeah.
Where you're not trying to like be too loud and all over the place trying to impress the girl.
Yeah.
Because if you're a masculine frame, that's like, a guy like in the cool mode.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to say too much, doesn't have to overly exert himself trying to joke. Because if you're trying to joke and like impress a girl like a fucking, like a fucking circus
If you're
clown.
being goofy and
If you're being goofy and it's like, they know that you're trying to impress them.
You might have,
if you're trying to impress them, they're not going to be keen.
Yeah, you might have skill, like talent as a, you might have a lot of personality,
Yeah.
and you might be really funny. But
Yeah.
the point is that generally, and we've stated this before, the guy that is cool, calm, collected, and an example can just be a bad boy as well. The guy that's portrayed as the bad boy will come across. It will be the guy that they want more. If you had to do it 1 out of 10, if you had to do it out of 10 times,
Yeah.
I don't know, out of 7 times, I reckon out of 7 times the bad boy will get the girl.
Yeah, and it's like Kevin
And
Hart.
it doesn't need to be termed bad boy, it can just be a guy that's
Yeah, it's masculine frame. It's like,
minding his own business, he's doing his own thing.
Mhm.
And the guy that's funny and has a lot of personality, he's going to be trying to validate the girl.
Yeah,
Non-stop.
because even if he's not even trying to validate her, him just trying to make her like laugh and impress her
Yeah.
is gonna be like, she's gonna be like, this guy's
She
funny.
can't take him seriously.
Yeah,
How can she ever be?
yeah.
How can she ever be in an intimate state of like an intimate
Yeah, like
mindset?
sexual.
How can she ever have an intimate mindset
Yeah,
with him being all goofy?
yeah, and trying to impress her, and then she's like, why is this guy trying so hard to
Yeah.
impress me? Why is it? It's like the girl knows that you're trying to chase her, and then she'll be turned off by that because it shows that you don't have many options.
Basically, it's a balance.
Yeah.
You've got to have masculine frame where you know when to be quiet and know
Yeah.
when to be calm
Yeah.
in situations and then also portraying your humor and your personality through that manner. So when you're cool and calm and collected, you can still be funny.
Yeah, 100%.
You can still have wittiness. You can still smile. You can still do everything.
Mm.
But it's just not being, raising your voice and becoming.
Raising your voice?
Raising your voice, basically. Yeah. What?
No, it means you're not fucking raising your voice in that, and you're like kind of cool and just like chill, but you can still be funny.
And you're not going into a feminine state of mind.
Yeah.
Because every time you raise your voice and you start yelling and trying to impress them, you go out of that cool, deep voice, which is girls find more attractive.
Yeah.
So
the positive, there's gonna be negatives and positives to it.
Yeah.
That people could be perceived as.
yeah, exactly.
So the negatives, we've got the negatives.
Yeah, go negatives first.
So negatives, you might be considered boring.
Yeah, boring. One.
Uh,
Boring. Shy.
boring and shy.
Shy is a big one
Yeah.
because
That
shy.
can happen.
Someone will talk to you. That's why you can't just sit there and not say anything. That's why you
Yeah.
still have to portray. You have to learn.
Yeah, you still have that conversation.
You have to
but
learn how
you just
to.
don't try and impress her. You stay cool.
Yeah,
And just
exactly.
like chilling.
Yeah.
And like
You're not a
it's
robot.
Quick. Yeah. You just don't have to do like crazy shit.
Yeah. So
Like to try and like woo them too much. Like they should be wooing you. You know
talk
what I mean?
about quiet, boring,
Boring, quiet.
shy.
Nah, well, quiet's not like boring and shy. Pretty much the bad
Yeah,
ones.
okay.
I'm trying to think of more.
Of the
That's
negative,
not- Yeah, the negatives.
rude.
Yeah, but
It depends.
Yeah, you don't really like that
Are
rude, though.
are they on a date with each other, or are they in a group setting?
Mate, you're on a date with you.
Okay. You could come across rude on the first date if you're trying to be too in your masculine frame, because these are for guys that are some guys would never have done this before. Would never have implemented trying to be because most guys are
It could be because it's rude, but like it depends how it doesn't
most
mean
guys
you're
are
just
daters. Most guys are in their feminine. So most guys are going to these dates and they go and they try and be funny and they try and exert themselves and talk too much.
Yeah.
How many times would you think a guy would go in and at the end of the date you'd evaluate and see who talked more?
Yeah.
So I reckon sometimes you'd have the guy that's talked more than the girl.
Yeah.
The whole point, you want to talk less and you want the girl
Yeah,
to talk.
100%.
You want to just you want her to realise that she's talking too much, and then she puts it back on you, and then you come back with a statement, and then she starts talking again.
Yeah.
And then you just start smirking and keeping quiet and just chilling.
Yeah.
But it gets her more keen.
Yeah, she more keen.
And then when you don't validate her, and you're in your masculine frame, she's gonna get even more keen.
Is that the negatives, you reckon?
Yeah,
I can't think of any
negatives. I can't.
Positives. So obviously, with what you just said, it'll keep you more mysterious if she's doing all the talking.
Yeah.
Because now you're not.
Yeah. So the opposite of shy could be mysterious.
Just pretty much if we're just in our masculine and like she's doing all the talking and then like she comes back saying you say a statement or whatever and then.
That's right.
But now she doesn't know much about you. She'll like leave the date. She'll like, I don't know, like I liked him, but I don't really know like his whole.
Leave
story.
her intrigued.
And then leaves her intrigued and then mysterious and then she'll be more keen. And also, I was gonna say I don't know. It's easy to check girls as well, which means.
Well, you've been listening. You've been listening the whole time. So the point is that she's talking. This is just my interpretation of what you're saying. With checking girls, if she's talking the whole time, and then you do make a statement, and then she reacts to that statement, you've got all this knowledge. Like this is how you be witty. Because you've taken that whole time that she's been talking. So you've got so many more comebacks, and you've got so much more wittiness that you can portray to her, which will just shut her down and close her, which will make her even more keen because it shows that you're smart.
And instead of listening.
You're listening, and you're basically
funny. Even
funny.
You're not saying that.
Yeah, you're funny because you can with your witty comment that you come back with. That's humour.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
but I mean, checking as in like. If you're like, if the chick, because you don't do it for the first date, just masculine frame. Every time you stay in masculine frame. But like, so if like a girl disrespects you, then it's easier to like tell her like I don't like it. I like, hey, like you do that shit or whatever. Because then you're already masculine frame. If you're like always trying to suck up to a girl,
that's
like
right.
Full suck up to a girl, and then like it's hard to go into reverting to like telling her off, because then it's like what, you know what I mean? It's too much of a. You can't be like there, and it's two ends of the spectrum. To be like trying to suck up to her and then trying to tell her.
You are so
the masculine stage is like kind of in the middle.
You are very right.
Where they don't really know what the fuck you're thinking.
True.
And also,
No, that's right. No, that's right. Because the point is that the more you compliment them at the start, they lose respect for you ultimately over time.
Yeah.
And then eventually, this is a general view. The more you're lovey-dovey, or the more you can still be not a respectful guy, but the more you compliment them and validate them at the start, you might end up being in a relationship with them. But guess what? At the end of it, when you start arguing, she can easily have more contempt for you at the end of the relationship, because at the start it didn't start off where you were masculine and you were mysterious. It was just you validated her the whole relationship, and then you started arguing because you were insecure that she doesn't like you anymore. And then when she doesn't like you anymore, you start arguing, and then she starts to hate you.
Yeah.
And just doesn't want to be in the relationship. So the point is that if you remain in masculine frame, it's only going to provide a better relationship for you, and it's going to provide you acting in a better,
more masculine way.
A masculine way when you're with girls, just any girl, and then when you're in a relationship, it's going to have your girlfriend a lot more submissive and just interested state.
Yeah, 100%.
So
and also there's it's easy to do seduction.
Exactly.
Because you're in the masculine. If you're like goofy, you're probably not going to get like sex that much because she doesn't respect you that much.
It's hard to switch.
She already doesn't like. She already knows you validate her too much. So why would she try and seek your validation more if you're always like, giving her compliments and like sucking up to her?
Yeah.
So if you're in your masculine and she's like unaware, but then you can kind of still check her where you're the alpha.
Yeah.
It's easier to be the alpha when you're the masculine. It's like it's just easier.
It is. You're cool, calm, collected, mysterious. And then that's going to keep her nervous at the whole time. She doesn't know you, but she knows you enough that she feels comfortable. Sometimes she might. Sometimes it might. That's why sometimes it might take a couple more dates.
Yeah.
But then eventually, it's easier to transition all the time from from the masculine straight to intimate relationships.
Yeah.
Whereas going from goofy. Beta,
you're probably not going to get
validating her.
She probably doesn't respect you as well.
Yeah, it's going to take this. She's going to test you on the way to becoming intimate with her.
Yeah, so it's a bit harder. So the masculine frame is definitely a top tier that you want to use.
Definitely, but masculine frame is for everything. Masculine frame is for when you're on your purpose and you're on your grind and you're in work and you're like working, I don't know, at whatever
Yeah.
job you're working, whether it's in the trade, it's as a
Train driver. Yeah.
train girl, whatever it is. But the point is that the more you're in your masculine frame, the more people respect you.
Yeah, 100%.
And because
Yeah, because you're not trying to impress anyone.
that's right,
So they're always like, yeah, the masculine frame is the top tier. Once the top tier,
masculine frame,
learn how to do that fully, and then
masculine
yeah, if
frame.
they say you're boring, doesn't matter. They're
No.
probably like just insecure and stuff.
That's right. Well,
Shit.
they're probably the people that are just talking too much.
Yeah,
and
they're,
it's,
probably like,
even
yeah,
if it's
they're like, oh, you need to impress me. You do just jump off this roof, so
Yeah.
you can get impress me. It's like no,
Yeah.
bitch, you have to.
Yeah, but it doesn't even need to like as well. We can add to it. Doesn't need to even be girls. It could be guys that are talking. Be like, you're boring man. But it's like that's just who you. That's who you are, man. Like that's who you are. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, some people are goofy though, naturally.
I mean, with guys, I guess you can be a little bit more out
Yeah,
there
you can
because
be
it's
out there.
like because you're just
Yeah.
you're gaining that wittiness and you're like bagging each other. So then you
Yeah, guys can be like a
But
bit
it's a
more,
test.
But yeah,
get to train yourself with guys. Like you get to like sort of
because guys train each other.
train each other to
Yeah.
then act better when they're with women. So.
Yeah. So yeah, the masculine frame, bro.
Masculine
One of
frame,
them-
stay in it.
Stay in the masculine frame.
But yeah, if you've
don't
got- if you've
pull out
got
of your
any-
masculine frame
If
too
you,
much.
if you've got any comments or questions
Yeah, banana wrong.
from
bro.
Get King, just
King.
let us know.
Let us know, bro. We'll try and cover some topics.
Yeah, cover some extra topics or
Red pill and
some
purple.
situations in which you guys, I don't know, anyone struggling out there will,
Yes.
in maintaining masculine frame or what to do at a certain point.
Yeah, so maintain.